Well, hello there. Okie dokie, Mandalore from again. Doing the second voiceover for my second GAC today. I'm a little behind still. Against iPenguinn, Penguino. Yeah, so he's got a BB-8 GG at the outset, and I, for whatever reason, went with Grandmaster Yoda as my fifth, and you'll see in about 3 seconds. Oh, not even. That was a mistake. So, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be yet another fail on GG for me, but joke's on you, because I'm getting better. Yeah. Still my least favorite fight in the game. I'd much rather be doing a non-mirror counter to Darth Revan, quite frankly. Because GG's a monster. So, yeah. But so far, we're 4 on 3, and we got... Boom! Look at that. So even though Grandmaster Yoda literally had zero effect in this match, evidently I could have four-manned it because he literally did dick fucking shit nothing except for die. But we're going to win. So that is 3 of my last 3 GG battles that were one-shots. I think I'm getting better. Still not good. Still not great. But I'm getting better. If I can do it, any idiot can do it. Because, well, look at me. Alright, so next we're on to Darth Revan. In my last video, again, oh, by the way, big shout out to Pawsy D. My, so far at the time of this recording, sole YouTube channel member. Thanks, bud. Appreciate ya. So I said in my last gag video, I was talking about, what tunes you might want to G13 and Relic up for episode 9. A couple things about Mandalorian. Kiadi Mundi, like I said, released. Arc Trooper, hopefully coming out relatively soon. I feel like there's still so many untapped, great characters. Clone Wars, obviously Mandalorian's not going to come out for quite some time. Characters in Swigo. Like original trilogy. I know they're going to go back to original trilogy, so I'm sure we'll see more of those. As I see iPenguinn placed a 6-star 501st Anakin. So that'll have to be dealt with. I just, even in the Clone Wars, though, there are so many great characters that are going to go, just left wanting, really. Like, Pong Krell. How many fucking times do I have to say Pong Krell? Pong Krell. Pong Krell. Pong Krell. What a great character. With some real depth, despite the fact that he's in fewer than half a dozen episodes in the Clone Wars cartoon. He's a very believable personality. Like, I could totally see, if Star Wars were real life, I would be over the moon, because I would pay to live in a permanent Star Wars land, like Galaxy's Edge. But if Star Wars were legit, Pong Krell would be a very realistic character with a very realistic character arc. If you don't know who Pong Krell is, go look it up. Go watch the handful of episodes that he's in. It's a really good arc, the whole thing. That's obviously my favorite. Pre-Vizsla, Mandalorian. Obviously, my biases are showing through there, but dude, Pre Vizsla is a baller character too. Perhaps slightly less compelling than Pong Krell, However, a really good character. And then if you're talking pre-Vizsla, you're talking Bo-Katan, Kryze, who is in Clone Wars and Rebels so far. So why not Bo-Katan? Hmm? Hmm? Huh? Why not? Yeah, so I don't know. There's just a lot of. I always. People are. Anyone that asks me if the game is dying, I always say, no, you're absolutely wrong. Your opinion is wrong. It may be becoming slightly less popular, uh, due in no small part to misstep after misstep by CG. There's only so many mea culpas we as a player base can really deal with until we're just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, enough with the mea culpas. Fucking fix your shit. But I don't. Anyone that says the game is dying or the game is going to get shut down or whatever, no. I mean, as long as there is Star Wars media, untapped Star Wars media, or even going further to micro, untapped Star Wars characters in various Star Wars media, this game can survive. I mean, just because the Skywalker saga is going to end in a month, by no means that this game is going to cease to exist. That being said, CG need to fix their shit. By the way, that was a super proprietary counter there to gas. I think Cubs fan Han posted it the other week. I think he stole it. But the guy he stole it from is not my favorite person, so don't give a shit. Yeah, so there's always going to be Star Wars content, media. So theoretically, this game could last forever. And it may very well send me to the poorhouse. But, whatever. I still, so far, enjoy it. Yeah, it's fucking annoying that there's so many problems and bugs and glitches and imbalances, but listen, nothing's an exact science. Everything is a work in progress. The minute something isn't a work in progress, that's when it's really dead. So, gonna give CG the benefit of the doubt. They had somewhat of a tumultuous 2019. Some departures, some new arrivals, some hostile takeovers, seemingly. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that 2020, holy shit, it's 2020 already? Hope that 2020 will be a better year for CG. They'll streamline things, they'll clean things up. Their margins are still pretty good. Their margins are still very good. Relic G13s and Relics made them a lot of money. And there are a lot of haters on Reddit that blame the spenders for the game being so shitty. Once again, your opinion is wrong. The spenders are what keep the game alive, because if no one was spending, there's no incentive to keep the game going. So you're fucking welcome. Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. Although everyone's naysaying the road ahead, I know that some people are really pissed off about the skip to the head of the line pack that is going to be made available. But you got to understand, from CG's perspective, they have to do that. I don't have a problem with that. I have always said that it sucks to be a new player in this game because you're so fucking far behind. Now CG are giving new players the ability to, in some ways, catch up to we veteran players. And I'm fine with that because you know what? The game has bled so many players over the last, really almost the last year. Like, the player base has dwindled. They need to incentivize people to come and play this game, new players, and not feel like they're stuck light years behind the rest of us who have been playing since launch. Because who the fuck wants to do that? They're still going to be pretty much behind the 8 ball when it comes to Zetas, because it doesn't appear as though they're going to be able to catch up to, those of us that have 90 or 100 or 110, whatever Zetas. They're just not going to catch us. But to the extent that CG can make the gaming experience enjoyable for a new player, why the fuck wouldn't we want that? Like, don't you get tired of facing the same fucking people in GAC week in and week out? Don't you get tired of facing the same guilds in TW? Like, come on. You have to give new players or people that want to be new players a reason to come to the game and not, have to spend months trying to get even close to being on par with we veterans. I'm sorry. Sure, yeah, you can be butthurt about the fact that we had to do everything the hard way and the slow way, but you know what? The first person through the breach always has the hardest time. And we veterans have been through the breach, have gone through the breach first. In fact, we go through many breaches first with CG. And I, for one, welcome the new jump to the head of the line, Lightspeed, whatever the hell it's called, package. Because I want to see a new influx of players. I just, especially with the number of retirements that have happened in recent months, like, come on, we need to reinvigorate the player base. And I think that fresh meat, fresh fish that we can reel in, I think it'll be good for it. Provided, of course, that CG can fix all of the basic needs that we have, that with all these glitches and bugs and whatever else. So CG definitely need to step up their tuning and testing game still. But I am, like I said, cautiously optimistic for the future of the game. Could I be wrong? I could be dead fucking wrong. And as much as I do bitch and moan, I really, we don't want to see CG fail and run this game into the ground. I don't think anybody really genuinely wants that. Sure, we get pissed off when we feel slighted and whatever, but some of us are very easily slighted. I still think back to people that were like, oh, how could you expect us to think or know that the veteran smugglers were going to be needed for Rey's hero's journey, man? You're fucking stupid. You have no foresight whatsoever. That's not CG's problem. That's your own problem. That's a personal problem. I think logic made that pretty fucking clear. And then with both Revens and then the Malik, CG telegraphed that pretty well. And I've said this in previous videos. So if you're not hip to or wise to the methods that CG practices, then I don't know what to tell you, dude. This game's been out for 4 years. Maybe be a little bit more perceptive. So, all this to say, cautiously optimistic for 2020. Let's go 2020 CG. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. I would be so happy to be proven wrong. Because I'm actually somewhat cautiously optimistic, like I said. But the player base, I'm sure, would love to be proved wrong. If you guys can get your shit together, then we can make Swigo great again. And I think you can do it. You got the revenue stream. I mean, that's more than half the battle, right? How many fucking games can't get off the fucking ground because no one wants to play it and no one wants to pay? You don't have that problem with this game. So, half the battle, you got the revenue stream. Margins are, I'm assuming, pretty good. So, you can do it. I got faith. Maybe invest in someone that can code a little bit better, though. Not me, I can't code worth shit. Alright. So, I guess I should talk about these GAC matchups, given that this is a GAC video. I mean, a lot of it's the same, right? A lot of it's the same. Let's theorize some other #bold predictions for characters coming up. I already said that I think the next Kylo is going to have a Knight of Ren as his summonable character. There's a new droid in Rise of Skywalker. I hope they either just completely omit that droid or make it a summonable character from one of the new forthcoming Resistance tunes. I don't think you're going to see Darkside Rey. I think that's just some parallel universe Twilight Zone vision, fever dream. Although that would be fucking cool if I'm wrong. Not sure what they're going to do with what must be at least nonagenarian Emperor Palpatine resurrected. My dark horse prediction for Rise of Skywalker. I don't think this is actually going to happen, but there is... All right, so let me explain this. I'm sorry. Hold on. There are several places on the internet which state that the actor Matt Smith, British actor, he's in The Crown, he's in, I don't know, he's in a few things. But Matt Smith is listed as being attached to Rise of Skywalker. However, there's no place that says what his character's name is, or even really any clues as to who he is playing in Rise of Skywalker. It could very well be one of those no-face cameos like Daniel Craig had in Force Awakens, or Tom Hardy had or was supposed to have had in Last Jedi, but I think his scene was actually cut. Could be one of those. Could just be like a no-face cameo. I don't, however, think that Matt Smith is a big enough actor in the United States for that. But I will say there is one character that Matt Smith bears an uncanny resemblance to, and it is a fan favorite character. It is also, or he is also, one of the most useful and probably many people's favorite tunes in Swigo, and I'm going to show you. Matt Smith as Grand Admiral Thrawn. God, that would be fucking awesome. So yeah, if Matt Smith happens to be Thrawn, if Thrawn makes an appearance in Rise of Skywalker, I'm going to blow my load, cream my pants in the movie theater. And I say that he's my dark horse prediction, highly unlikely prediction, because he disappeared off into the unknown regions, and coincidentally, that is where the remnants of the Empire went to form into the First Order. And I'm assuming if Palpatine is alive and coming back, he wasn't anywhere in the core systems. He sure as shit was way out there. So, fingers crossed, that would be awesome. All right. Oh, I forgot to record my shit battle in this GA, and I lost anyway, so...